Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. Feeling a little weird today. Might be a little like, when you're at the beginnings of getting sick and you're like, I feel fine, but something's off? That's where we're at. So maybe I'll draft a weird deck. I don't know. Hope you guys are having a great time. So in this pack, I'm looking at Dragon's Rage Channeler, um, Survival of the Fittest. Kaito did impress me, and then Relic of Sauron. I think I'm just gonna take the Relic of Sauron. This card is just awesome. It does what I would want it to do. It like draws cards, it adds mana, pretty good with a lot of stuff. Following that up, we have Mind Twist. This does ramp into Mind Twist. It's a little slow. There's just a Scalding Tarn to stay open, Treasure Cruise, Fast Bond. Honestly, I'm just gonna take the Fast Bond. I'm drafting what I want today, and I haven't really had a Fast Bond deck yet. I think probably just taking the Scalding Tarn is correct. Okay. We have Phyrexian Metamorph, Grim Monolith, the Forever Beautiful Manatithe, Natural Order. Uh, Grim Monolith is interesting. The one downside of doing stuff like Monolith Relic is you're less likely to. If you're having artifact mana sources, you're running a lower land count usually. So Fast Bond is a little bit worse. But, we only have two pieces of fast artifact mana, so that doesn't necessarily affect our land count too much. And decks that want fast mana also wouldn't mind having fast bond, allowing them to play additional lands. And like Wheel of Fortune is good in both of these decks because we just have mana. So then card draw is the next thing you need to figure out. Okay. I mean, there's the Mightstone and Weakstone. There's Time Warp, much worse than Time Walk. There's a Cryptic Command. That's about it. I'm looking at Mightstone and Weakstone. I mean, this makes like Workshop a lot better in the deck. Does this merge with something? It merges with Weird Urza. Okay. It still bothers me. I said this before and people didn't understand it, but the Mightstone and Weakstone has a picture of two gems. And then Urza in the picture is already holding the red gem. So the merged Urza in the middle should have both gems. I think I'm going to take this card, by the way. The merged Urza in the middle should have two red gems because the one on the left has a red gem, the one on the right has a red gem. Do you guys know what I'm saying? I'll take a memory jar here. We're effectively colorless. Memory jar fast bond is awesome. And this deck is shaping up to be pretty much everything I want all of my decks to be, which is just a ton of mana. We could take Ren and 6, Factor Fiction, Waterlogged Grove. So Ren and 6 Fast Bond is okay. It's much worse than Crucible. Waterlogged Grove Fast Bond, if we get like a Crucible of Worlds or something, that can give you a bunch of card draw. I think I'm just gonna take Factor Fiction though. This deck is we're just gonna deck ourselves very quickly. I guess this being fixing is somewhat relevant, but nah. Factor Fiction is powerful. We like powerful stuff, right? There's Emrakul. There's Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's a fun one to ramp into. And Fire Covenant can keep us alive. This card's very strong, by the way. I'm gonna take Emrakul. I don't know. This deck feels like it's heading in some kind of direction. Here we have Crabomination, Eternal Witness, and a Xander's Lounge. Maybe I just take Xander's Lounge. I'm not in love with either of these. If we get Time Walk to wheel, maybe we take Eternal Witness, but okay. Jay's Wheeler of Mystery kind of protects us against the oh no, I have no win conditions. Kaito, yeah, we're just gonna take this. So now I have a way to win the game. We can like Factor Fiction, crack Memory Jar, mill ourselves. Emrakul makes that a little bit harder, but Emrakul is also a way to win the game. So now we have two directions to go. And I know it looks messy. I kind of try to explain this. Oh, there's a Tendrils of Agony. That's also a way to win the game. Although I have a gripe. They cut so many of the good Storm enablers. Like missing High Tide is ridiculous. Imagine High Tide in this deck. Insanely strong. I've heard a couple of people say Cabal Ritual is better than High Tide, but High Tide can add like 15 to 20 mana. Honestly, I think Tendrils is just bad in this deck. If High Tide was here, I would consider taking it, but that's gone. Mana Flare is gone. Mind's Desire is gone. All the like really fun, cool win conditions. And it's just Underworld Breach Storm is just the best kind of storm you can be doing, which is fine. I mean, it's a fun deck to play sometimes, but like there used to be so many different types of storm decks that you could play, and they didn't really need to add that many cards to support it. Well, Time Warp did come around. I guess I'll take it. Ooh, okay. Doomsday versus Baleful Strix. Let's try a Doomsday deck. Haven't really gone that direction. That's a very late waterlogged grove. Oh boy. Okay, well, a lot of good options here. Upheaval's probably the pick. We have Fast Bond, which is a really good combo. There's also City of Traders. Sorry, I'm sneezing a lot, so I'm trying to do this. I'm taking Upheaval. I'm going to come back when I'm done sneezing. I think this is the pick. This pack, either Basalt Monolith or Hole Breacher. We have Memory Jar, which isn't the best combo with Hole Breacher. I'm just going to take Monolith. I cannot express in words how many times I've sneezed in between picks. I'm going to take Channel, though. Great with the deck. Oh, not a combo with sneezing. Oh my gosh. This is awful. But the deck is looking great. I mean, we have Channel Emrakul, we have Doomsday stuff. Hey, there's a Tolarian Academy. I guess the secret is to just like lose your voice and sneeze a bunch while recording, and the deck just figures itself out. I would love Karn. Sorry, my voice is gone. We're doing our best. This deck is going to be sweet though, so we'll probably just speedrun this draft. We got Mox Diamond. We also have Tameo plus Time Warp, but I think Mox Diamond plus Upheaval is probably better. Breeding Pool, Bring to Light can grab. Not a lot. Crop Rotation can grab Academy. That's a little too cute. I think we'll take the Breeding Pool. Probably not Doomsday. Here, there's a Fabled Passage versus Yavimaya. Yavimaya just helps with Channel. So, I'll take Fabled Passage. We have Show and Tell for Emrakul. Or Gitaxian Probe. This card, if this was like in person, I'd probably take it because I have the Emrakul. But in a league, there's so many things that can happen. I think I'm just going to take the Gitaxian Probe. Wow, City of Traders and Dak Faden come around. This feels like there's also Botanical Sanctum too, to just help us be able to channel on turn 2. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take that. Just have good mana seems good. Nettle Cyst is fine. Fiery Islet is okay. Fanatic of Ronus, don't have a lot going on. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have some amount of artifacts, and I have an Academy, sure. Here I can take Nexus of Becoming versus Land of War Elves. This could make an Emrakul. Wait, that's kind of sick. Okay, we're gonna try Nexus of Becoming. I want to make a 3/3 Emrakul. That sounds fun. We'll take Otawara for some disruption. I guess we kind of want some life gain, right? We have Channel and Fast Bond, which both want us to have a high life total. Because the dream is to go like Fast Bond or Upheaval, Fast Bond, replay all of your lands. You can basically use this like a ritual. And then obviously your opponent has nothing in play too. So it's like a ritual that removes all of your opponent's stuff. Oh my gosh, I went to grab a tissue and it was counting down on the last pick. And it was trying to auto pick a white card. And I grabbed Tameo with like 0 seconds left. It was very high stakes. But we got Tameo, which is great in the deck. We have Time Warp. We can do that thing. We have Oko. Seems like a pretty good win condition. Thassa's Oracle is cute or whatever, but this card just wins games. So I'll take an Oko. Ketria Triome, Miscalc, all that stuff would be good, but Oko also makes a lot of artifacts for Tolarian Academy, which is oddly relevant. Maybe we'll get into hardcast Emrakul territory. I'm leaning less and less towards Jace, because I could just discard Emrakul so I don't mill. And now that I have Oko and like Time Warp Tameo, I think I'll be fine. Okay, we got Tinker. Tinker is quite good. Right now we have Tinker for Memory Jar, Nexus of Becoming. The problem I have is we don't have too many cheap Tinker enablers, right? We don't have... It's like Mox Diamond and Grim Monolith are the smallest things we can tinker. So Maybe I don't take Tinker yet. There's a chance it comes around, and Everflowing Chalice on average is going to do a lot more for the deck. If I had some busted like big Tinker target, I'd be fine, but sometimes even tinkering for this isn't that great. So I'm gonna take this. If it comes around, I'll be happy about it. But I right now, this card's better for the deck. Wow, okay. Mana Drain, Echo Veon's Tropical Island. Echo Veon's is very good with Fast Bond because you get essentially two like go throughs of your deck, or two draw sevens, right? You draw seven, play all the lands from that draw seven, flash it back, play all those again. There's also LED in the same pack, which is funny. I think Mana Drain though is just disgusting interaction. That's very good, and I'll take it. Ramanop Excavator. So we have Fabled Passage. Right now, that's the only combo we have with Fast Bond would just be playing Fabled Passage a bunch. I think Force of Negation is probably a bit better, but I'm going to keep in mind that there's an Excavator there. There's Displacer Kitten, and there's also a Nissa. I guess I wish I had taken the thing that makes everything a forest. So with Displacer Kitten right now, I have Grim Monolith, Basalt Monolith, Oko, Tamio, Mightstone and Weakstone, Relic of Sauron. We have quite a few Displacer Kitten combos too, but I also just want to hardcast an Emrakul, so this is tough. How much green fixing do I have? Probably not playing this one. Green black, not a duel. Right now I only have one green duel. I guess this could make it two. Nissa Displacer Kitten. Probably Displacer Kitten, I think, is stronger. It's really hard to say. They're both very, very good cards. There was a Thespian Stage and a Dark Depths somewhere around there. We have Gush Fastbond, which is also pretty awesome. Definitely going to take that. We have Undercity Sewers. No, those aren't fixing for the right colors. I'll take a Treachery. It's a fine card. I think with Displacer Kitten and Treachery, we can get a ton of mana. This untaps 5 lands. That's actually really good. So now we just need more card draw. I think Time Spiral would be one of the best, or Echo of Aeons would be pretty nice. I mean, Ancestral Recall would be good. Workshop. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I'll take a Workshop here. Kind of better than Academy, I think, in this deck. Take a Chromatic Star. That one's good with Workshop and Academy. There's also a Brainstorm, but they both effectively draw you one through your deck. Okay, now is Tinker better? So Gush is a 0. Tinker can grab Memory Jar or Nexus. I don't think it's that great. I might just take a Dig Through Time here. I need more card draw. Yeah, I need more card draw than I do this. I mean, I have 3 good Tinker things. I'm taking Dig Through Time. Okay, well, there's Echo Veons. So maybe Tinker would have been better now, but I'm still pretty happy with this. We just have a ton of fast mana and the ability to go through our deck many times. We're going to play a pretty high land count to go with Fast Bond. And our deck is going to be just mana, combo pieces, and then we have essentially, we could channel Emrakul as a win condition. Thespian Stage is actually not terrible here. I think there was a Dark Depth somewhere. Dark Slick Shores, I think this one. Yeah, we have channel Emrakul. Win condition A. Win condition B is like Upheaval Fast Bond. And then win condition C is Tamio Time Warp Displacer Kitten, which I think is infinite turns. Because you... Force of Vigor is pretty good. You have Tamio in play. You play Time Warp that blinks Tamio. And then you get her back. And then you get Time Warp back. I think that's infinite turns. So pretty happy with the Displacer Kitten pickup. So yeah, we're going to play a high land count. So that we just, our one win fail condition basically is, say for example we draw Fast Bond but don't have lands to play with it. That's pretty sad. So we need to find some cuts. I don't think I need Nettle Cyst. It's fine. Gush effectively costs 0. That also kind of increases our land count because this is just 2 additional land drops for Fast Bond. This card feels, it's just artifact or creature. So I mean, if I get Emrakul, it's good, but that's also a way for me to lose, because if they just bounce it, I don't have a win condition anymore, really. So maybe I don't run Workshop. I know I said it was good, but it's good with Chalice, Monolith, Monolith, Metamorph, Relic. I could cut this card too. It does draw 2 cards off Displacer Kitten. It's also removal that's colorless. That's probably worth running. I could cut the dig through time. I know I took it over something important, but I got Echo of Aeons now, and I think that's quite a bit better than dig. I think I cut Thought Scour. Honestly, this might not even. I know I was excited about Academy too, but we're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have enough artifacts to make that one work either, so I guess I can cut Chromatic Star. It seems not great, but we're getting closer towards, I think, a pretty strong deck. We just need to mulligan pretty aggressively for Fast Bond. Thought Scour is good with Displacer Kitten, right? It's just a cheap non-creature spell, but most of our deck is non-creature spells. What's left to cut? I mean, this would be 17 land with decent fixing, Fast Bond. Maybe that's fine. That channel is going to be hard to cast, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I want to go up to 8 green sources. I just want to minimize the chances that I have channel Emrakul in my opening hand and I have like double blue and can't cast it. So Mox Diamond helps with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green sources now. Not terrible. I could consider just cutting Mox Diamond and play another land because we have Fast Bond. I kind of actually want to do that. I'm just going to add another forest here. No, Mox Diamond's pretty good. I could cut Detecting Probe, but that's good with the cat. I want to cut one of these like 5s probably, but they're all pretty good. I think I just run it like this. See you all round 1. Oh, right, we're playing against not Zen Wellman. We're on the play. All right, deck, what can you do? Yeah, I'll keep this. This hand is a little weird because I want double blue for mana drain, but then I want green for Oko and or channel. So it depends on what they do here, I think. Okay, tapped land. I think I will get blue because I can always factor fiction after mana drain and find the green source from that. Fast Bond, you're a little not great here. Kitsa Otterball Elite. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire this off. I need the mana so that I can play my spells. So I get that. Add a bunch of that. Cast Factor Fiction here. I like Force of Negation and I like Grim Monolith. The lands are also pretty nice. I have 1 blue, but the green essentially guarantees I can play Oko next turn. And I have Fast Bond plus Memory Jar. So I think I'm going to take this pile. I'm going to go Forest, Fast Bond, play 2 lands, last turn. I have Oko and I have Memory Jar. Sedgemoor Witch. Just a 3/2 ward for 3 life. You got it. Breeding Pool. I could metamorph the Sedgemoor Witch. Let's land an Oko. That gives like pressure in play. Oko, we will make a food. And I will shock in a breeding pool. I will metamorph the Sedgemoor Witch. That way I can trade. I have quite a few spells that can make just an army of pests. Okay, opponent has been thinking for a long time. This tells me they maybe have the combo with Sedgemoor Witch and are trying to figure out how to do it. Interesting. Okay, well they just died to the memory jar they put in my hand. So they have to have force of will, otherwise they just immediately lose. Oh, no, the connive happens before Doomsday resolves. Okay, I was gonna say they could draw into like Lotus and then go off, but yeah, I just play Memory Jar, and crack it, and I win this game. Poor opponent. They're spending a lot of time on this. Maybe they have force of will, but I think they're gonna plan the perfect Doomsday pile and then just immediately die. And they attack me. I'm gonna block just in case they somehow have like force of will. Dude, let me block. Oh, it has menace. Okay. I will not block. Dude, every modern card has literally 1 more line of text than I would expect it to. Also, this is a weird looking card. It's like this card, I'm like, oh, it has Ward Madecraft, and then they just have menace. It's, I guess, a me problem, but That is what it is. Let's play Memory Jar, play land, crack Memory Jar. Do you die? You do. Okay. So they're Doomsday. Memory Jar is pretty good against that, just having that in play. Thought Scour can also mess with Doomsday pretty well, and it's just a decent card here. To cut. They had some stuff. Treachery Kitten is so good, so I need to keep that. I guess on the draw I can cut one land. No, I need so many lands with fast bond. I'm gonna cut Jataxian Probe. Well, there you go. Let's hope this works. On the draw it's much worse, but uh-oh. Do they just concede? They didn't concede. So we could be in for something. They preordained, so what could they possibly have here? Spell Pierce? Daze? We did it! What a weird match. See you all next round. Man, I'm feeling weird today, but the matches are corresponding, so let's hope it continues, whether we win or lose. Hey everyone, I'm really excited to announce that the game that I spent the last 3 years of my life working on is now just commercially available. We did a Kickstarter about 2 years ago, raised $364,000, and I'm delivering those games right now, and I got some extra copies, so if you want to get a copy of it, now's a good time to do it. If you go to algomancy.io, link in the description, there's a bunch of information about the game, some gameplay animations, learn to play stuff. But if you want a copy, you can click buy it now, go to the store, and you could just get a copy of the game. It ships from a warehouse either in the United States or one in Europe. So you can get customs duty-free shipping within Europe or, within the United States. I do ship to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, that kind of thing as well. So now's a good time to get it. 70% of the copies that I got have already been claimed. So, I just wouldn't want you to miss out on this chance because the next print run's probably going to be at least a year from now. So if you're interested at all, go check it out. You can get that, some tokens or playmats or anything else. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. All right, we're playing against Goat Ain't. This is the classic Mox Diamond fast bond hand. I'm gonna keep it, but literally if Mox Diamond was a forest, I think this hand would just be stronger. Okay, we do have Island now, so I can go fast bond, forest, take a damage. Island, take a damage. Brim Monolith. Pass turn. Next turn I can play a Giant Kicked Chalice and or just cast Tameo. Caustic Bronco. Okay. Card draw. Big spell. Emrakul. That is a big spell. I can cast Chalice Kicked twice and also land a Tameo this turn. That's probably worth doing. I can also untap Grim Monolith this way, and I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana next turn, but I don't need that much mana. So let's play Tameo. We're going to uptick, and she's going to name. Let's look at our deck real quick. I'm looking at Factor Fiction, Memory Jar, or Oko. I think I like Factor Fiction. I don't want to name Echo Vans because I wanted to go to my graveyard, so let's just name Factor Fiction. And I got it, and the rest are in the graveyard. That's awesome. Very lucky at that. I don't want to name Upheaval because that tells them that it's coming. And Evolved Sleeper. Okay, so there's just green-black aggro stuff. Tireless Tracker. Okay. The Mightstone and Weakstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play that and kill Tireless Tracker. Let's uptick Tameo and name Channel. Okay, Mana Drain, Time Warp, all good cards. Let's play this. Kill this. And I can still downtick Tameo to get back a spell if I need to. She will die, but I think that's okay. I can also spend 2 of this mana to untap Grim Monolith. The Mox is a little bit intimidating. Okay, Tameo does die. This is such a ridiculous card. But Tameo gained me a ton of life. Copperline Gorge, okay. He drew me a card, filled my graveyard a little bit. Would have liked Mana Drain. I also still am missing blue mana, but I guess any land, yeah, I can get blue. Let's start off with a Factor Fiction. That's a lot of lands. I'll probably just take whatever pile has 3 cards here. Although Relic of Sauron's quite good with something like the Mightstone and Weakstone. I'll probably just take whatever pile has Relic of Sauron. Okay, so they Otawara plus Gitaxian Probe. I think Relic and lands is just what I want. And I get to go... I will play the Mox Diamond here. Discarding Botanical Sanctum. We're going to play Relic. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could take like 11. I think I do take a damage off Fast Bond. I can use all of this mana to untap Grim Monolith if I want to. And that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Mightstone and Weakstone can't cast non-artifact spells. So it's technically I do have 15, but that's not enough to cast Emrakul because this can only be used for activated abilities. But we got a ton of mana. We can dig with Relic of Sauron. I could be dead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with the Evolved Sleeper. A lot of damage. This is why I think Nis is just the best green card. Like, she's so strong. I'm just gonna untap this right now. Now I can F6. I mean, I gotta draw Upheaval or something like that here. Down to 3. Fast Bond, not as good anymore. This is why I was thinking I needed some kind of life gain. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I will draw 2 cards here. Oh my gosh. I'm just dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Sad. Okay. They're playing an aggressive creature deck. I think we're good. I mean, we had a ton of mana, and look at all of these top end cards that are in our deck, and we just didn't hit them. That's just gonna happen sometimes. All right, let's do this. We're on the play. We have Gush Fastbond. We're missing one thing, but this hand's definitely a keep because I get to go to Grim Monolith. Turn 1, Fastbond, land, land, Monolith. So if we draw Channel, we win. And again, we have 6 mana, potentially up to like 8 with Gush. Not a bad turn 2 as long as we can draw one of the good cards in our deck. Basalt Monolith. Yeah, I mean, I'll play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay, I mean, their deck is just play stuff that attacks. They're gonna hit me for like 5 next turn. Mana Drain. If only this was an island. I think I'm just gonna pass with Mana Drain up. It's pretty awkward, but I would like to be able to Gush as an alternate cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gush could effectively add 2 mana, so it could be if I draw an island 10, 11, 12. So if I Mana Drain a 3-drop here and draw an island, I could hardcast Emrakul, I think. Let me do the mana again. Mana Drain adds 3, let's just say. Draw an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2-drop, on the other hand. I can't counter that. Mind Collapse. Okay. Let me do the math again. So I'm playing island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gush is 11, 12. Yeah, Mana Drain a 3-drop would do it. So we're going to take the hit here. They Graveyard Sorin, which tells me they have something big to play. Evolved Sleeper. See, all of these cards are pretty good because they don't... Like, they're just going to use their mana doing these instead of doing anything else. Displacer Kitten's quite good, though. But I'm missing a blue source. Oh, this is frustrating. I mean, I can Displacer Kitten hardcast Gush. That's probably just what I have to do. Ugh, this not being an island is hurting us in so many ways right now. Okay, cast this. Untap this. Yeah. I mean, if Displacer Kitten survives, but I'm taking 4. Here's where they play a big spell I could mana drain. I have Treachery though. So if Displacer Kitten survives and I get to go like Treachery into Memory Jar, untap Treachery, that's going to be a very good sequence. But yeah, if I could have alternate cast Gush there, this would be such a better turn. Because I'd be holding up mana drain right now. I like that they're just exploring, but I don't like that they're exploring off of the Eldrazi Scion. Take 6. So Fiery Confluence can't kill me. Birds of Paradise, great. Okay, excellent. We get to do some fun stuff. Oh, there's Channel as well. Okay, so let's start off with Treachery. Cast Treachery, targeting Sentinel. Blink the Grim Monolith. Flow to green. I guess I don't have enough lands in play to be able to do all the fun stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Channel is effectively +1 mana because I play it and untap either of these, or if I want colored mana back, I can do that. So, can I play a post-combat Emrakul by mana draining my own channel? Is that a thing? Hang on. If I play channel, effectively adds 1 mana. Mana drain would effectively add 3 mana because it counters channel, and then I'll get the mana during the next main phase. So this is +1. This is +3. That's +4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. So given that, I think I just play channel. I'm going to blink the Treachery. And we're going to tap Treachery to this dude. Wait, this is more mana for Ignoble Hierarch, right? How much mana am I going to have? So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now, Emrakul costs 7. So if I Ignoble Hierarch, I can go to 1 and hardcast an Emrakul. I think that works. It's going to target though, right? Let's see what happens here. Okay, it is Summoning Sick. This one, and this one. I get Channel, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We need 7 more for Emrakul, and I'm at 7 life. So that's not going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay 1 life. Let's Memory Jar. This is going to blink Treachery. We're going to steal the Sentinel again. We have Memory Jar. Yeah, I'm just going to crack Memory Jar. I'm not hardcasting Emrakul here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we're going to crack Memory Jar. Get a new hand. This is horrible. But I think it's okay because I get to go Island. Unfortunately, Emrakul is in my like exile zone. But I get to go Island, take a damage. This exiles the kitten? Oh my gosh. Yep. Draw Mox Diamond. That's actually kind of helpful. Next. How am I winning this? I have an active channel. And I think my life total is pretty important. I just need to get Upheaval is probably where I'm headed. So we can play Tamio. I guess, oh, this can hit my stuff, can't it? I was supposed to bounce my own cat and then replay it, and I would be winning pretty hard here. But we're still not doing so bad. Tamio, I can uptick for Upheaval. We do hit it. So we're going to go Mox Diamond. Playing out this thing. 6. So I do actually have to lose 1 life to play a forest here, so I can fast bond. Fast Upheaval. Okay, then we get to go. Oh, I guess I didn't have to because I had Mox Diamond, but that's okay. So I get to do this. Discard Island. Play Fast Bond. Play a forest. Play. What do I do now? Grim Monolith. I can go to 1 and just play Tamio, and then I can get back Oko. But I think I could just do that next turn. Play Grim Monolith. And say one more go to 2 here. And I can Jataxian Probe paying the mana. They have Inquisition. I have Force of Negation. Battlesphere. Renin 6, I'm at 2. That's important to know about. Okay. And I will discard. Oh, right. I did forget about that. What a turn that was. Right, okay. So they get to keep their original hand. And I just have mana drain? Okay, you know what? What a game. Waterlogged Grove, you got it. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I forgot that that was all under Memory Jar. Okay, and Oko's in the graveyard. I think I will crack this. I'm so far from hardcasting Emrakul. Time Warp is pretty good. Metamorph. I can Metamorph a Monolith, but I think I just wait here. Opponent has Mox Jet, so we're going to Mana Drain a 4-drop most likely. Caustic Bronco, we just have to counter that. Razorkin Needlehead. Well, they baited me, I guess. Well played by them. Maybe they knew I had the Mana Drain. Yeah, alright, we're dead. Yeah, there's no way I can... Now that they have that in play, that's unfortunate. What was I gonna draw? I don't know. I guess don't know what I was gonna draw. See you all next round. I feel like Emrakul has been in our opening hand almost every single game. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like this card is always in our opener. It's a cool looking card, so I'm not mad about it. We're a little bit away from channeling an Emrakul. We do have Mana Drain. They mulligan Scalding Tarn. Okay. I'm pretty unlikely to channel. I'm just gonna Jataxian Probe, paying mana, to be honest. I don't have a 1-drop to play here. Okay. This looks like a great matchup for me if I can make it work. Fire Covenant is almost useless. I guess they can... No, they can't kill Emrakul with it. Survival of the Fittest is cool, though. Okay, they just play Survival. So, unfortunately, they're probably just going to activate Survival. There's a Forest. So, I'm going to play Waterlogged Grove. This gives us outs to drawing Channel next turn. I would have loved them to be able to play a 3-drop here, but I imagine they just Survival. I guess they don't have black mana for Borrowgoyf. Now they might. Just cast a Borrowgoyf. It's a good card, right? Okay, Windswept Heath. Okay, so I think the artist is going to cast Borrowgoyf, and I will Mana Drain that. Blue, blue. Counter you. Hey, blue, blue, counter you. Look at that. Okay, so Borrowgoyf down. Their hand is pretty bad. I'm going to draw a channel. Ooh, Memory Jar. I think I want to play Mightstone and Weakstone first. Because that can help me cast Memory Jar next turn. Ah, we're so close. It was literally on top. Alright. They're Revokering, probably just Mightstone and Weakstone. I could use this mana to sacrifice Waterlogged Grove. I would not like to do that. I would like to just kill my opponent here. Forest. So I'm going to take 1, go down to 18, but that's, yeah. Cast Channel. Cast Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I would like to take my extra Emrakul turn, please. I will attack you. Oh, they didn't even let me time. Ah, I was gonna take an extra turn there. Yeah, I don't really know what their deck does, so we can run it back. Force of Vigor is good against Survival of the Fittest and Revoker. I guess I know their deck enough. I don't care too much about Probe, but it's just a free spell with Displacer Kitten. Oh boy. So yeah, I mean we have Gush. I'll keep this. There's a Hex Drinker. I cannot Force of Negation that. Echo of Aeons. So I'm just gonna lead on Island here. Keep some mana open. Upheaval's a pretty good answer to Hex Drinker. Treachery. They need to get it up to level 8. Yep, they're just going in. Honestly, that's pretty good against my deck. Odawara. Not amazing. We get to go play Waterlogged Grove, Mox Diamond, discard Odawara. Now I'm holding up Force of Negation. But my hand doesn't really do a lot. I'll be honest. I need to draw like Island into Gush into Fast Bond, basically, or something like that. Because if I can Treachery the Hex Drinker, I'm going to be in great shape. Take 4. I will counter this. Our deck Island. Okay. So we got it next turn. If they just level up Hex Drinker Butch, I Gush and then play the Island and then Treachery it. And I'll have like 1 extra mana or multiple mana to make it protection from everything. This will be so much justice on every game I've lost to a stinking Hex Drinker. Because I lose to this card a lot. Come on, just level it up 3 times. What's the worst that could possibly happen? They didn't even see Treachery. No, they're playing a thing. Dang it. 1 level. Yes! Yes! Okay, we've done it. Alright. End step. Untap. We draw Channel. We're gonna start with Gush, because that's free. Okay. Okay. Then we get to go land. So I'm gonna take a bunch of damage here if I try and channel something. I forgot I don't get all 5 lands untapped with Treachery. This is level 4 and it needs to get level 8 for protection. So if I channel here, I'll have 3 mana left. I'll have to... Yeah, that's way too much life, right? Let me do the math. If I channel, 3 mana left. This is gonna... I'm gonna have to use this twice off the Treachery. So I'll be at 7 life. And if I channel into Treachery, I'll be at 5 life. But then I'll have 2 mana up. I could go to 2 life and Time Warp. That's way too much life being paid, I think. I'm just gonna start with Treachery here. Heal you. Untap, untap. So I have nothing else to do, so I'm definitely leveling this up once. Do I want to do it again? Next turn, I can play Tameo or pretty much just Tameo. I think my life total is more important here, so I'm just going to level it up once. It seems like the one way my opponent can win is to just cheese me out by... Well, it's not really cheesing, it's just attacking me for damage. If I had drawn the island much sooner, and I had, let's say, 4 more life, I could have had a pretty sick turn. So what's the best possible draw? Grim Monolith? I can go Grim Monolith into Mightstone and Weakstone and then use that mana to level up Hex Drinker. They're just cycling a Triumph. I like that a lot. I don't like them hitting a land drop here. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. So they have like Strip Mine? Island. So I get to go Island. I can make this a 6/6, but I think I need to just get stuff in play. Maybe not. Maybe just give this protection from everything. What do they do? Right. Forgot that would make that fall off. I am dead. I would have said big fan excited for Algomancy. Oh my gosh, that's very embarrassing. Yeah, I did not see that coming either. Yeah, I'm here for you guys. Okay, I'll let them kill me, I guess. We get another game. Man, Sick Caleb is not the best player. They can Thoughtseize. They could just kill me. They did say excited for Algomancy. That is a game I designed. I've self-published, designed it, released it, and all of that. So if you're interested, check the description or just Google Algomancy. Okay. So, got that game out of our system. Holy cow. Okay. Game 3 on the play. We got this. Go first. We got Oko. I'll keep this. We got literally every opening hand is Emrakul in it. I don't know what's going on there. Um, so I'm gonna play a tapped breeding pool here. This deck is very life hungry. If I had more life in that game, I would have won. If I didn't misplay, I guess I would have won. That's hilarious. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, so I might get Strip Mine. I guess I can find out. Now I will pay life. Because I could draw a channel right here and just win. Okay, I drew Fast Bond. So they have Titania. Let's get down an Oko. Play Oko. Do I want to let them get a Strip Mine? Yes, because it enters tapped. Just make a food here. They can spend their turn doing that if they want to. And that's why we pay life on the probe. If we didn't pay life on the probe, I couldn't have played Oko this turn. Okay, so Blackleaf Cliffs. They can't flame slash anything. They do trade a land for something. Is this only sorcery speed or can they do this at instant speed? I think they wanted to do this at instant speed, but we'll see what land they have. They have Titania, which is very scary. Just a fetch. That makes sense because they can grow this thing. I think what I want to do, 2, 3, 4. I can trade this food for an Elvish Reclaimer. That stops them from being able to Recurring Nightmare. Because if I make a food here, right? If they have 3 lands in their graveyard, this is going to become a 3/4. So if I turn this into a creature, they get something to Flame Slash. They also have something to sacrifice to Grist to kill my Oko. Right? This kills Planeswalkers. Yeah. So I'm actually going to do this. Pass turn. And if we draw a land, Echo Vians, an untapped land, I should specify. If we draw spells, we can cast almost all of them in the deck. So we're in a pretty good position. And Oko can gain us some life to offset the fast bond stuff. So if they play Grist, I can kill Grist. They could just take this turn flame slashing the Elvish Reclaimer, but then they're not getting Grist into play. So it's a pretty rough spot for them. Crack Fetch. They could also just play Recurring Nightmare. That's another valid play. I think getting Grist into play and making a 1/1 is probably the best line because eventually they can kill Oko. Yeah, I think that is correct. I draw Tamio. Tamio's pretty nice here. We're going to play Tamio. He's going to uptick. I'm just going to name Channel, I think. Displacer Kitten, Treachery, Basalt, Monolith, Factor Fiction. Jeez. Okay. So I can just make a food. I was hoping to put lands in my graveyard off Tamio so this could get bigger, to be honest. So I can make a food or I can make this into a 3/3. I guess I could just make this into a 3/3. I attack Grist. They have to either block, in which case they don't have something to sacrifice, or take it and then they can't -2. So I actually like that. It would have been great if Tamio hit lands. Attack Grist. Okay, so we get that out of the way. They can Flame Slash if they want to. So if they have Flame Slash plus creature, then it's pretty good. For them. Not great for me. But any land I get to Echo of Aeons. Tamio... If Tamio had milled a land, I could have get back a land too. So like... that was pretty rough. So they drew a land. I know 3 of the 5 cards Hex Drinker. Okay, so they can... Yep, so they can go Hex Drinker, kill a Planeswalker. They lose Hex Drinker. And then they can Recurring Nightmare. Yep, that one makes sense to me as well. Or they could just Flame Slash this, and then Titania is going to be quite good. I think Flame Slash is better, otherwise they lose Grist. Yeah. Sorry, opponent. Okay, so we have an Oko and a Dream. That's gone. So they have 2 cards in hand. I draw a land. So I think given all of that, we just Echo Vans. It gets rid of their graveyard for Titania. It gives me more stuff. Yeah, this is great. I can hold up Force of Negation. Play that. Play that. Play that. I will play another land too. So let's Oko make a food. And I can just flashback Echo of Aeons, but I kind of want to just wait and do that a following turn because I'm just... Force of Negation here is pretty nice. And then I can time warp. Yeah, I think I just wait. I don't know what's in their hand now. But the life gain off the food is pretty relevant if I can do that. Uh-oh. They have place. Shieldred's Edict. Kills Oko. Um, that's fine. Unfortunate, but fine. We can just reshuffle him. I think the real play is when I go Time Warp into Echo Veons. Lotus Cobra's good card. Alright, please be a non-creature spell. Bartlegoyf, you got it. They make an insect, they mill a thing. That's a good card to put in the graveyard. It will be getting reshuffled. We're gonna gain some life here. A little bit of regret not just jamming Grim Monolith, but that's okay. Okay, so let's start with Time Warp. Targeting myself. Okay. I'll pay the life for probe. Show me what's in your hand. Green Sun Zenith, Revoker, and lands. Okay, that's a pretty bad hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time warp myself. This is just hardcast Emrakul territory. Grim Monolith. Basalt Monolith. I will take the turn now. Ever-flowing Chalice. I don't feel like I need that card, so I think I just want to play it so I don't draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That's exactly 15. So I can't likely. I'm just gonna cast this kick 0 times. Then play Echo Veons. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna do some stuff. So we are going to time warp myself. Kind of wish I had kicked the Chalice, to be honest, but that's okay. Then we get to go Tamio. Tamio will get back Time Warp. We go land into Relic of Sauron. No, let's go Mightstone and Weakstone here. Draw 2 cards. Obviously. There's Channel and Mana Drain. Okay, so I have an extra turn. There's Emrakul. Okay, so let's go play this. This is gonna be a little bit weird. Let's try and get Mox Diamond. We do actually hit Mox Diamond. Alright, so we're gonna float a ton of mana here. Then we're gonna cast Upheaval. Then we're gonna go Fast Bond. And this effectively acts like playing Channel. So I get to go land, right? Every land is like activating Channel here. Land, land, land. Mox Diamond, discard this, play another land, and another land. This is gonna be a very flawless victory here. Okay, let's use this mana to cast a Grim Monolith, the no non-artifact spell stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think I could just hard cast an Emrakul here. Yes, excellent. I would also like to time warp after that. 4, 3, 2. Time warp myself. Okay, I will get my first extra turn. I will attack you with an Emrakul for 15. Sorry I had to do you like that, opponent. What a weird series of matches. Oh my gosh. That deck was great. I want to go back to this game. I guess I probably can't chat with them. Sweet deck. GG's. We got to accomplish what we wanted. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.